All right, here we are. Today I'm going to speak to my friend Aksel,
Hello.
and he proposed that we talk about authenticity. So let's dive into it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, Emil talked about authenticity on his channel a few weeks ago, and I thought it really resonated in me because it's always been a question for me, like, when are you authentic, right?
Yeah.
So, Emil, when is authenticity?
When is authenticity?
And what is it?
Um,
How do you do authentic?
That's a very good question. I guess if I just have to say something, uh, authenticity can be felt by another person when you feel a sort of honesty, I suppose that it is unfiltered.
Hmm.
So I guess when I feel another person being authentic, I can feel that they don't have some sort of facade or yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But but how you manifest that or like become authentic? Do you have any ideas?
Well, I always thought, for example, now we're being filmed.
Yeah.
We have a camera, and as we always say, camera adds 10 pounds, right? But also, I think the camera, just by being there, adds a filter that ruins authenticity.
Yeah.
Because when I think the only place you're authentic is when you're basically alone, right?
Okay.
Because no, you can't really. Well, you can lie to yourself, but when you just do what you think is right for you, all by yourself, then you're at your most authentic.
Yes. So maybe when you're at your most authentic, you are unaware of your surroundings.
You're maybe in some. You can also be, when I like to craft psychology. When I'm in it, when I'm crafting, I don't think about anything else. I'm just in it. That's when I feel most authentic.
Okay. So do you think it's possible to be authentic? Um, what do you call it? Like in front of other people?
No,
Why?
not completely, not 100%. Because there's always that social game we have to play, being polite. I'm always thinking about, oh, I shouldn't punch that guy.
Okay. So you always want to punch other people.
Not like that, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but some people I want to punch and I shouldn't. But also just, I don't want to be a person that does my own thing and then ruins it for other people because I'm doing my own thing. That's being selfish.
But wouldn't it also be selfish um, to trick people into thinking that you are being 100% genuine?
But isn't that what we do when we're with other people? Conversation is just tricking people into, getting something out of them.
Well, that's not really my belief
No.
or my experience all the time. I do have some of those experiences where I don't want to talk to another person. Uh, but I think that you can 100% try to just like set up your life so that you don't have to avoid people all the time.
Sure. And of course, just before we turned on this camera, we had pretty good talks where I didn't want to try and get something from you. I don't think we have that, social game where we play where we have to be polite or, you know,
No.
we're pretty good at saying you once upon a time I accidentally said something that was degrading of your job, basically. And
Yeah.
you told me, hey, that wasn't cool. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. And we were good. And that for me feels like an authentic relationship, because it's more like I don't have to guess. I don't have to play a game.
Yes.
I can just relax and be me, and if I fuck up, you can tell me.
Exactly. So if I'm being authentic, you can also be authentic.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one key to the puzzle, to the luck, that like both people in the room, or like all people in the room, needs to be authentic.
Yeah.
Because if you have someone playing a game, then you kind of have to play their game.
Yeah.
Because you have no other choice. So you have to play the game before you can leave and be authentic again.
Yeah. But I also think, in front of a camera. Right now, I'm thinking about,
Yes.
I shouldn't. Oh, is my hair okay? And
Yes.
should I smile more? What accent should I do? We're Danish, but should I speak with an American accent? Should I speak with an English accent? I'm always thinking, because I know someone is going to watch this.
Yeah.
And I don't
sure.
think that doesn't feel authentic to me.
No, there is a sort of pressure. But what I've found is that the more videos I make, the more friendly the camera becomes.
And
And
like a third.
Yeah. So I watched a video once how to like speak to the camera. So basically, they all say that you just need to turn the camera into a person that you want to speak to. So I don't do it consciously, but I just try to imagine that whatever I say is just a delayed communication to a person, and it's not like some sort of added pressure.
Right.
So, but I totally get it. Like, we are in some way a little bit more different towards each other right now, but we are just being professional, I guess.
Yes. Very professional.
In other news, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, most of what you said made me think like a lot of things, but it's kind of a blur right now.
So I've also thought about making my own YouTube channel.
You already did.
I already did, but it burned me out after 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to make as I said, I like to craft, and I really wanted to make like where you could see my hands and watch me craft my little things for Dungeons and Dragons or role playing or whatever. But it was too much on me that I have to edit it together and put voiceover on it. It was too much, and I didn't feel authentic in it. It didn't feel fun for me. But after watching your videos, and also watched a lot of Adam Savage's tested videos, one day builds, where you just talk for half an hour. You just hear, not a lot of cuts. I really feel like that's a great way to make content, because it's something you can just sit and relax to.
Yeah.
I don't have to think a lot. If you're a nice personality, it's awesome. So I think I want to try to do that. If I have a nice personality, I just got to get that down.
You already got it.
Oh,
You already got it.
I wasn't fishing for that. Well,
No,
maybe
I
I was a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
but I agree, and that made me think like when I start the recording, it does feel like I have to enter into that state of authenticity, but like the videos I've uploaded right now, like the streak I'm on, they all, after like a few minutes, I enter into the state of complete authenticity and flow, because I actually forget the camera.
Oh.
So
yeah. So you're just thinking out loud, basically.
Yeah, and I just flow, I guess. So I think that would be very nice to like watch you do the same while you do something where you enter your flow state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you already got the personality and you got the skills. So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll see. If I end up doing it, we'll post a link in the description
Yeah.
to my
Subscribe.
YouTube video channels.
What's it called? Just Aksel.
I don't know yet.
Just your name? That's
It'll be
very
down in
authentic.
the description.
In other news.
So, no, but yeah, I get that. Entering that flow state. I also think that you can have more than one kind of authentic personality or space,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. I have to, when I teach, I have to enter my teaching personality, my professional. I don't act like I would at home in front of my students. But the same way, I know that students want an authentic person that they can look up to and speak to and ask questions. So maybe that's more filtered version of myself, but I still feel at home in that version.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
So maybe it's not about not being authentic because people are watching. Maybe it's about stepping into different authentic situations.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think it is that makes a person feel? Is it not authentic? And why do you think people become like not authentic? There must be some sort of process happening where you just enter into this game playing.
I get what you mean. I really think that whenever you think about how you want to be, and really try to be how you want to be, or you think that other people want you to be, that's when you're not authentic. When you let that go and just don't think about, I have to. When I started high school, I really wanted to be like the cool guy who was mysterious, sitting in the corner like, I'm mysterious.
Yeah.
And that lasted for 2 days because I couldn't keep myself in anymore, and I just let go. That was a great experience because that's when I really felt authentic. I really felt like myself. You know, I think people go out, I have to find myself. I have to go travel to find myself. I really think I found myself in that moment because it dawned upon me that I have to, whenever I don't think about other people, that's when I'm myself.
And it took you 2 days. That's very efficient.
Well, it took me most of my teenage years.
Oh.
Because I was always bullied for being who I was, so I always thought that I had to be someone else, and I didn't feel comfortable in being myself because I saw myself from other people's eyes. I thought I was, I'm such an annoying person. I'm a attention whore. I really thought that I was all the things that people said I was.
Yeah.
So I wanted to change myself. But in that change, I couldn't contain myself anymore, and that's when I thought, well, I can't be anything else, so I just gotta be me. And that's when I could let go and be really happy about being myself.
So do you remember how you came to that conclusion? Because a lot of people stay stuck in that place where they can't transform or evolve from all that pain or. So do you remember exactly how you flip the switch, not switch the flip?
I think it was just through it's just the realization that you can't it's about perseverance, right? It's about acting. I can't act and be another person for very long. Maybe for 2 days. But after that it crumbles.
Yeah.
You have to just let go. And I guess the flip switch was when I just said fuck it. I can't. I just gotta
Yeah.
I gotta let him out.
No matter the consequences.
Yeah, and then that's also, when I I thought, well, there are people that's gonna not like me. Of course there is, and people's gonna have a problem with me.
Mm.
There's always people's gonna have a problem with me, but they don't have a. That's not my problem. That's their problem. So keep it, contained in myself. If I have a problem with me, I should change it. If other people have a problem with me, maybe I shouldn't hang out with those people.
Yeah. So you also have some sort of self-worth attached to other people's opinions about you.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you can let go of that, you can become more authentic, and then you can meet people that like the real version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've had a hard time getting friends because I always thought that, I have to give a lot to get friends.
Yeah.
And when I stopped giving, they just didn't come around anymore. And I thought, oh, should it be a two-way street? And that's what I learned. And then I met you, my friend.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I have so many thoughts about all of that.
Lay them on me.
No.
What about you?
Well, I had one thought about authenticity and my own journey towards it. My first some of my first sessions with a therapist. I just spent 3 sessions talking about everything, like everyone other than myself. Just that person is doing that, and this person is, and blah 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 blah. Not actually doing the talking about immediately. And what I realized is that I tried to be a good client to the therapist. I didn't try to actually face my fears or go inwards, right?
Yeah.
And talk about and what I realized is that I didn't know what it was like to be authentic, because I was carrying this heavy ass shield, trying to be impressive, trying to impress the fucking therapist that was supposed to help me, right?
Yeah.
And I learned that from my dad. I found out being a little too prideful and always being above the situation instead of being in the situation and just acknowledging it.
Being vulnerable.
Yes, exactly. Being vulnerable, laying down the shield. And what happened, the first many session, is she would slowly, or I would slowly break down my own shield barrier, and not trying to be this meta cognitive, being above it all. And once the shield fell down and I just said, yeah, I feel like shit. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. When the truth came out doing that, I was just very tired, but so relieved. So it was becoming authentic was very relieving.
Yeah.
So that's one of the thoughts I had coming up. But I guess, yeah, I also had to come to that conclusion in my own way, like everyone has. For me, it was when I wasn't strong enough anymore to like keep up the act. And then it all fell apart, and then it was all bullshit. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounds a lot like,
The same.
yeah, it's comparable.
For sure. So authenticity. So where can we take this now? So finding out that you are inauthentic or not authentic, and then becoming authentic. And then what happens?
You're gonna have doubts.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I always, I don't always. Sometimes when I feel low or, some hard stuff happens, I begin to doubt whether, is this myself? Should I be? Should I continue? Still being in it is still hard because it is a switch that is flipped, as you said, but it can also be flipped back sometimes by some tough shit that happens in life. So I guess that doubt is, am I authentic? Now I gotta feel, am I authentic? And that actually leads to an inauthenticity.
Yeah, overthinking.
Yeah.
Overanalyzing.
Totally.
And not actually living.
Being in your head.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you not... How do you not? How do you stay out of your head?
Yeah, that's the real question, right? I guess it's different for everyone, right? Because I have some methods and you have some methods that I'm sure they don't overlap, really.
Yeah.
Really.
Do you want to share some of them? Or?
Well, for me, it's definitely, doing my crafts and doing what I love to do. Working. My work is a great way to get me out of my head because I'm just working.
And because you're actually serving others. So you don't have to serve yourself.
Nope. I have to get out of my head because there's someone else who's relying on me.
Yeah.
And that is a great way, helping others is a great way to help yourself. I think, for me. What about you?
No, I was just thinking like it may be the best way because when you want to give to other people, like then you don't focus inward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to focus on them, and like we talked about, I got those 2 comments on my last video, and then everything just clicked because that's the actual reason why I'm doing this, reaching other people who may have some struggles that I have already been through those stages, and maybe just by talking about it, that can help them like put some puzzle pieces into place, and then they can move forward. So doing this, like emptying the mind so it doesn't stay in the mind, it works a lot. I like walking, playing music, watching good movies, and just hanging out. Right?
Yeah. Hanging out with a good friend.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want to, let's call it.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Do you have something you want to add, or?
I want to say thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was great. I love your content.
Thanks, bro.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm
know.
his friend.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little.
90-10.
Yeah. But it was a pleasure having you on, and maybe we'll do it again sometime.
Maybe write in the comments if you want more of this talking dialogue.
All right.
Or maybe if we should make a podcast.
Maybe. Just, type it in. And if you did like the video, please like the video because it makes it more available to others to see. So, yeah. Until next time. Bye.